Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins of interest. And today we're going to be taking a look at this project, which is a scam called Seesaw. So if you appreciate reviews such as this, just ensure that you're subscribed to the channel. All right, so let's jump into the video. So what is this project about? So obviously this is a scam. It's called Seesaw. The project was launched right here on the 14th of April 2022, right? So what is this project all about? So you see here, what is Seesaw token? Swap leverage farm, a fully decentralized and multi-chain DeFi platform. So you always have to ask yourself, if you see a project promising returns to investors, how is it sustainable? Where is the money coming from, right? Because if there is no utility that is going to be supplying the returns investors are going to be getting, it's a pyramid such Ponzi scheme whereby they are expecting the money from the new investors to pay old investors, right? So you need to be extremely careful. But one of the things right off the bat we need to get out of the way is, why is this project a scam? So obviously they have rug pulled, so do not buy into this project. They have rug pulled in the last few hours, and we see already 46% of the investors are voting this project as bad. So now you can ask the question, what could have been some of the signs you could have seen that this is a rug pull before you even invest into it? Well, one of the things that you see right there is, just check their roadmap, right? So if you go onto their roadmap, right, you see here they've got Q1, Q2, Q3 2022, right? So in Q1 2022 they are promising two things, which makes absolutely no sense. In fact, the whole roadmap makes absolute no sense. You see, they are saying in Q1, creation of the Seesaw token on Binance Smart Chain, and also a pre-sale. That's basically it for Q1. And then Q2, they are saying launch on PancakeSwap, launch of the Seesaw multi-chain bridge and swap, right? And then Q3, cross-chain deployment, Ethereum and Polygon, and then launch on Uniswap. That's basically it, right? This is one of the most ridiculous roadmaps that I've ever seen, right? So this is a huge telltale sign that this is a scam. They could not even be creative on their roadmap. And one of the things that I wanted to just bring to your attention is, I've heard multiple discussions where they say a project with Setic, it's impossible for it to be rugged. Well, Setic itself on its page also always highlights daily some of the projects that have proved to be scams, right? And you can see here, Seesaw had been audited 95%. So they had reached a stage where they need to KYC the developers, the people behind the project, to provide the identification and all that. So just because a project is applied for a Setic audit, it does not mean that it is safe, right? You have to look, of course, the Setic audit is important, but you have to look at the Setic audit along with other things as well into the project, right, to verify whether it is legit or not. For example, doxing of the people behind the project, the Setic audit itself, what are some of the things that are going to be coming out, right? You also have to go and just check out the taxes. You see here, they had a 20% sale tax, which is very high. So if you see a project that charges more than that has got a more than 15% in terms of its taxes, it's probably a scam, and you should just stay far away from it. Of course, source code also contained a proxy contract which could potentially allow functionality to be changed. So obviously they were not going to really pass this Setic audit, right? Or they were going to get severe strikes against their contract, which were, of course, their Skynet score. If they were going to have Skynet, it was going to be very low. And of course, contract is not renounced, and there was this one wallet with 37,000% of the supply, right? So those are some of the things that you can check before you even invest into that project, because scams are becoming more and more sophisticated. This is just a classic rug pull, but when you're investing into new projects, the reason why I say you always need to wait, even if everything checks out, right? You have checked the roadmap, you have checked the contract through token sniffer, you have also checked the supply and all that, and everything is 100% checking out. The people behind the project are doxed. Give it at least 3 to 4 weeks before you invest, and during those 3 to 4 weeks, check their social media, check their Telegram, how are they treating investors and all that, right? Because if you go and check their Twitter here, you do see that these guys, of course, launched around 13th, 14th of April on CoinMarketCap, and you see there was a post there on CoinMarketCap, right? So they were posting regularly here. On the 10th, they even posted twice. And then on the 13th, they posted. And then on the 14th, they also posted. And then there was absolutely nothing until the 22nd. And today, they have rug pulled. So that's a huge red flag when you see a project has all of a sudden that is new stopped posting, right? And because of this, you would now just stay away from it, right? Because they were posting and now they got a whole lot of money into the project and now they've stopped posting. And then now we see that they have rug pulled because the scams are increasing in complexity, because during the start of this year, we've seen a lot of honeypot scams such as Meranet, right? We've seen Shiba Hunter, where the contract from the moment it's launched on CoinMarketCap, it's a honeypot, it's impossible to sell, right? But now we are seeing these rug pulls, they like if you see here from the 14th of April all the way until the 21st, right? For a few days there was really nothing suspicious in terms of the price movement. Then all of a sudden you saw this decline and then they just rug pulled. There are some other projects that you can see. For example, if you look at this MetaPets project, it's a very old project. This not very old, but in terms of crypto, it launched around the 23rd of November, right? And you can see the price went to all-time highs, right? It was trading about 6 million daily. Millions and millions were being traded daily, but all of a sudden the project has gradually just gone down to the current levels where it is at the moment. And in the last 24 hours it has only traded 52,000, right? That's a 72% increase from the previous 24 hours. But if you go on the 1 day, you can see that the price has just been going down. So even this 52,000 being traded in the last 24 hours is because a lot of sell-offs are occurring, right? And if you just check the market sentiment, you see here 91% of the current investors are voting it bad, and this project has got over 100,000 people that have at a point in time have invested into it or are currently invested into it, right? So this is one of the scams that you can see that the project is quite old, right? But by just joining the Telegram and looking what the people are doing behind the project, how are they treating investors, what are they promising, are they delivering on their promise? Most of those things are things that you can rapidly ascertain within a 3 to 4 week period for you to see if you want to invest into a project or not, right? You can even be more strict and say you're going to wait even 8 weeks, which is 2 months, right? Because legit projects are going to be around for a very, very long time. So there is no need for you to FOMO into them. So this is something that I just wanted to share with you today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.